On September 11, in this year of 2012, the United States of America was attacked by elements from two nations. America has been attacked once again. People within the nation of Egypt and the nation of Libya attacked our embassies and our consulates. A U.S. ambassador was murdered along with 3 of his staff members. The American flags were burned, torn up, and in the case of Egypt, the flag of Islam was raised up an American flagpole on U.S. property. In the sovereignty of an embassy or a consulate or anywhere around the world, that property where our representatives work and live is, by all agreements, United States property. Any incursion, any seizures, any takeover of these United States sovereign areas is, without any political niceties, it's an act of war. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, my name is Larry McKenna. The comments that you just heard and the comments that you will hear in this short video clip are my comments. I am not paid to do this. I am not representing any political party. I'm an American with 58 years of direct experience every year in protecting the flag of the United States. I've been in 3 conflicts. I've done an awful lot of other things for our government to protect the way of life so that my children, my grandchildren, and their grandchildren, as well as yours, can grow and live in the American that our Constitution, prepared by the founders, established and is destined to last for a lifetime as long as America exists. Now, a lot of things have changed. A lot of things have happened. I have to go back a little bit. In the last 3.5 years, there have been major efforts to overturn and override our Constitution in favor of political and religious niceties to honor or espouse one religion, that of Islam, over the Judeo-Christian elements that have existed and have nurtured this Constitution and this great country throughout all of its life. In a short period of time, the rights of every American have been hidden, they've been submerged, they've been trampled on, and there's a lot more that's about to happen. Did many of you know that since the TSA Act was passed, the government, the Secret Service, has the unmitigated power to break down your front door and drag you away with no writ, no habeas corpus, throw you in a jail somewhere, and never let anybody in your family know where you are. There are several people that have been incarcerated now for about 6 years because of all that. The words, "In God we trust," there's a big effort trying to reduce those. The prayers in school have been directed to eliminate the word God in all of them. It wasn't until recently when Mr. Obama's advisors, as he decided to run for re-election, advised him to start using the name of God, because before he didn't do that. He entertains people of Islam in the White House for Ramadan celebrations, for Eid al-Fitr celebrations, against any similar courtesies to the American Council of Churches or the American Council of Bishops and religious people all through our nation. There's a secular focus on honoring the people of the Islam religion. Now, I'll state right here, I have a lot of experience in reading the Quran. It is a good book. There are many good things in it, and there are many good people that I've lived with in the deserts of Jordan, that I've associated with in the nations of the sub-Asian continent. They're good people. One major difference which distinguishes an American in a general sense and them. Each person that embraces Islam is on their knees 6 times a day, 7 days a week, praying, saying their prayers, and reading their Bible to be a better person. Here in America, look at each other on your TV set and ask yourself the question, do you even go to church once a week on Sunday? The odds are your answer would be, I'm too busy. I'm on the golf course. I'm going to be watching the football game. Oh no, I've had a hard week. I'm sleeping in. We don't profess our religions in this country as they profess theirs. So when Americans try to fathom whatever is going on in the world of Islam, we are deficient. Even the scholars are deficient because unless they live it, breathe it, and talk their religion and live it, we haven't got a chance to understand what they're doing. Now, I've given you some highlights. Let me give you some specifics. As an Air Force officer, I took an oath, and any of you who take an oath, who join the military service, the Army Reserve, the Guard units around our states, all take the similar oath to protect our Constitution and the presidency of this United States. That doesn't mean any person. It's to protect the Constitution as our principal element, followed up with the Bill of Rights that provide us the way we live legally in our country. Not we, but in 2008, a majority of the voters elected Mr. Obama on the winds of change to be our next president. He offered to those voters a lot of proposed improvements and changes, including transparency. When the Medicaid bill went down, transparency was eliminated. During the campaign, both Mr. Obama and Mr. McCain stopped the campaign and they ran off to Washington to vote for the stimulus bill that was billed with all the hype that America was going to go broke unless we put trillions of dollars at work. The majority of the people in Congress never read the stimulus bill. The majority of their staffs never prepared a point paper to tell them what they were going to vote for. Caught up in the instant of panic, there was a majority vote of both houses to approve that bill, and there are untold billions of dollars today sitting in our Treasury that have never been spent, and the administration will not give it back to the general purpose to help pay off the $16 trillion of debt that have accumulated in the short period of time. If you have seen the movie Obama 2016, all the graphics are in that movie. If you have not seen it, I would recommend you see it for the historical accounting of what has happened to America in the last 3.5 years.